it's Trisha, Knitting Lady, and I had some nice soft jazz playing. It was remind me of my ride home. I went out to meet some friends. Of course, I had a beer. One of our friends is closing on his house, hopefully next week. So he went out. He's trying to get everything moved in. I don't know. He has a friend moving in with him, and she lives in another state, so they went up to get her stuff from Pennsylvania, and they're driving back. It's crazy. So, we didn't see him. We saw one of the other guys who brought one of his dogs along. He's got 3, oh, I wish I knew the breed of that dog. They're big dogs, but they're babies, you know. They act like they're very friendly. You don't want to mess with them, but they're very friendly otherwise. So I'm going to start cooking when I finish this video. I had received a coupon for, I think it was like $40 off the first week for purple carrot. It's more vegetarian and vegan. I don't eat a lot of meat to begin with, so I figured I'd try this. And what I'm going to make tonight is, I was going to make the dumplings, but I decided to make the white bean casserole. I think it's pronounced casserole. With smoky cremini mushrooms and basil pesto. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make the dumplings maybe Sunday, because tomorrow I work a lot, so I'm not going to have time to cook, unless I get off the phones later and have some energy. I don't know. We shall see. Anyway, a casserole is a rustic, warm, and inviting dish that can be traced to a rural region in southwest France. Though it usually includes meat and beans, this company has put their own spin on it by packing it with plants, while keeping the beans, of course. So, I have to cut things up. I already cut the onions, I have to cut the mushrooms up, and the carrots, and what else? Oh, rinse the greens, and it's had tarragon in it too. Should be interesting. Oh, celery I have to cut up. So I will get that, but I wanted to do this video because I know you couldn't wait to see me. Not really, but maybe I miss talking to all of you. That's more like it, right? So today's January 15th, and it's the birthday of Martin Luther King Jr. A lot of people have off Monday. We have limited hours. I didn't schedule myself to work. So he was born in 1929, and he died, unfortunately, shot in 1968. And I remember the day he was shot. I was coming home from high school, and that was a crazy year in 1968, with people getting shot. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was shot as well, assassinated, I should say. George Wallace was shot. There were riots. It was just a crazy year. And it is also the birth date of Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints. He was born in 1979. He's a year younger than my son. What do you know? So what president is on the $2 bill? And that would be Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson. You don't see too many $2 bills, though. They are in circulation, though, but you don't see too many. And what else? Oh, the song American Pie. Remember that by Dom Mclean? I can think of things that happened during that year as well. I was dating this guy who had just graduated college, but he was ROTC, Air Force ROTC, so he was going in he was in the Air Force as an officer. That's a good thing about college, and you go in as an officer. And he was heading to Okinawa, and he wanted me to move over there with him, get married, and give up on school. I had just finished my junior year? No, sophomore year, I believe. I don't want to do it, so we broke up. But I remember that song playing. That was one of our favorite songs. So American Pie by Dom Mclean. It hit #1 on the Billboard charts on this day in 1972. It was the longest song to top the Billboard 100 at 8 minutes and 36 seconds. They had 45 records back then. They still had them. It had to be divided in 2 parts. The song included 6 verses, or includes 6 verses. In the survey of the greatest songs of the century, American Pie came in #5. 4 famous singers participated in the background chorus: James Taylor, Livingston Taylor, Carly Simon, and Pete Seeger. I remember Pete Seeger used to have like a river fest every year along the Hudson River. He did a lot to clean up the Hudson River, and he used to have a fest where he used to have all kinds of performances, plays, people would come sing, and I saw Livingston Taylor sing there. Also, he had storytellers. I don't know if any of you have seen storytellers. When you have a good storyteller, they really, you could sit there fascinated. I remember this one storyteller I was listening to, because I always like to hear someone who has that talent. She was telling how to make blackberry jam, picking the blackberries and making jam. And I sat through that whole thing listening to that. Very good storyteller. We used to have crafts there. It was really all-day event, or it might have been more than one day. I think we used to just go to one day. But, so they were the 4 background chorus for the song. And the All-Star Choral was named West 44th Street Rhythm and Noise Choir. So the names weren't listed. That was just appeared on the record as a background. So a lot of the lyrics to that song, people are still trying to interpret it. And the writer, Dom Mclean, has never explained what he meant by the song. He wrote it as a tribute to Buddy Holly, but the rest of it is, he never came out and said, oh, no, that definitely refers to this person, that definitely refers to that. But the line, gesture on the sidelines in a cast, is said to refer to Bob Dylan. So it's an interesting song. I always liked that song, and I think it's very, I think it's a real American song, but that's my opinion. And the positive affirmation for today is about making changes. They say that time changes things. Well, we actually have to change them yourself, and that's by Andy Warhol said that. Good old Andy Warhol. There's people that will discuss whether he was a true innovative artist or not. that's always a topic of a discussion. I've heard both sides of the argument. You see some of his work at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, MoMA. You know, some of the modern artists, you just sit back and go, okay. I don't get it, but whatever. I had a friend, because, you know, I don't paint as much, but we were in this one group together. This is years back. And he was excellent painter. And he was always doubting himself. So I said to him, he was new to the area. I was living in New Jersey at the time. I said, well, guess what? We're going on a road trip. We're going to MoMA, Museum of Modern Art. So we went over there, and we went through the museum, and I said to him, while we were walking out, now do you doubt your ability? Some of this stuff, why is it in a museum? You just had to shake your head. So he did feel a little better about himself. Trust me, he was a good artist. Anyway, we often think of time as a powerful healer. Sometimes we wish we could just go to sleep and wake up 6 months or a year later, so we wouldn't have to suffer through what we're suffering now. I think most of us have gone through that. But time doesn't change things. It's the work we do while time is passing that changes things. The good news is we don't have to wait 6 months or a year or even a minute to start this work. If I know I'll feel better about something 6 months from now, what can I do today that will help me feel at least a little better now? So I'm always looking to improve myself or change myself or whatever. I'm not particularly happy, or I've come to the realization that I'm not crazy happy about my job. So I have to do something to change it. You know, it's just getting more and more complicated with the taxes, and I'm at that point in my life. I don't know if I want all this stress. So, but it's up to me to do something about it, right? So that's why this channel has really helped out a lot, and I have to thank everybody out there. So it's making me look at things in a different light, and it's making me think about how I can improve different things. So, thank you, everybody. Hope you like this and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, like I always say, please comment. Let me know how you're doing. And have a good Friday evening. Bye.